fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for NFL Pregame Party. The pregame show that doesn't have betting lines. It's just guys talking football. I am joined as usual by my good friend Das Wolfen. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. My brother from the same mother, there can be only one, the Highlander.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And don't forget to look for Shocking for Pearls everywhere where you get your music from. Also, the Knox.
Yep. Another one that has a pretty good chance for the group of 5 slot. South Florida gets a win over little 49ers. You know.
The Bulls.
Yep. So the Bulls are rolling along there. Let's take a look. That was pretty much the main games for me on Friday night. Let's see. Going into Saturday, noontime. Unfortunately, my Boise State Broncos not out of the race yet because they could still win the Mountain West, but they'd have to win out and pretty much have all the other teams lose several games. So this was their big chance, and they just couldn't stop Notre Dame. They were holding on for dear life in that game.
Really? Wow.
This could have been over 40 points for Notre Dame. Twice in the red zone, they went away with no points.
Oh my gosh.
One was a missed throw that should have been a wide open touchdown, and then Boise State early got a stuff on 4th down. So this could have been even worse. So
wow.
Ohio State gets a big easy win over Minnesota. It was never a match, so they're rolling along. Miami. This was the final score is a little deceptive. If you could see.
Yes, it is, because they were in control the whole game. We watched this one, yeah.
I didn't even watch the end of it, so I didn't even see the 19 points scored in the 4th quarter.
It was within the last 8 minutes. They put a couple of drives together. Yeah.
There was a couple other games I was watching at the end of that were more exciting than this one. So I as much as the score looks closer, it was not a close game.
It was not a close game. And just to tell you how they got within 6, I think they got a first down with like 20 seconds to go, and went ahead and kicked the field goal because they knew they had to score twice. They needed 11 points,
Right.
and they didn't get the onside kick. That's how it ended. Yep.
And this was in Florida State too. So
It was.
It was Miami going to Florida State. So good win for them.
Yep.
Let's see, Oklahoma with their backup quarterback in. I don't watch these kind of games. So, I mean, I guess this is a good, confidence game going into next week's Red River rivalry.
Except they're killing their running backs or wide receivers.
Are they?
Yeah. That's the picture I sent yesterday with they have a brick wall surrounding the football field, and one of their own wide receivers went head first into it.
Oh,
the touchdown and
that's not good.
I don't. Yeah, that's stupid. I'll never understand things being so close.
We might want to put some kind of barrier between them and the brick
Batting
wall.
would be nice, or make them wear bigger helmets or something. I don't know. Texas A&M gets a good win over Mississippi State. Mississippi State is an underrated team. Unfortunately, they just didn't have the offense to keep up. The defense didn't do too bad. You can see that it wasn't too bad until the fourth quarter when things kind of got away from them. When you're down, you tend to make more mistakes, to try to get back in the game, and so that's kind of what happened with Mississippi State. So, good win for Texas A&M, I think. This one, my favorite game of the day was Penn State getting beat by UCLA. I watched this game.
Wow.
And the whole time I'm just hoping that UCLA doesn't choke it because they were up big at half, what was it, 27-7. But then Penn State started to find their way in the third quarter, and it was getting close, but their defense could not stop. I always butcher his name, but Amaya Lava, the quarterback that came from Tennessee, a pay cut of $3 million to play for UCLA and getting that nice California tax bracket. So yeah, that was a big upset there. So I remember I watched a video that saying that they tried to storm the field, but they didn't have enough fans.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
But, and so that was the first upset, and then right at the same time, almost Florida upsetting Texas.
This is a beautiful thing.
They were all over.
Any Oklahoma or Mizzou fan loves this, don't we, John?
So yeah, it's what we expected early on in the season, but they've had a brutal schedule. So like it seems that somebody hates Florida. I mean, whoever schedules for the SEC hates Florida, pure and simple. They always have the worst schedule.
The murderer's row. Yeah.
So they never get the ones where it has the least amount of ranked teams. It's always the most amount of ranked teams. So anyway, this was a decent game. It's just unfortunately for Vanderbilt. They couldn't hang with Alabama in this one. That Ty Simpson, man, he's making a lot of plays for Alabama right now. Beating Georgia last week and now beating Vanderbilt is pretty highly anticipated game, but unfortunately Pavia just kept making too many mistakes in the game.
I saw the touchdown late when
kept
we
throwing to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think there was a fumble. I think he fumbled in the red zone as well and lost it, and that kind of trying to run. Get it in. So
hey, you know what they say about these programs? The hardest thing to do is learn how to win. And it's
Vanderbilt's still a great team, though. This is still a good team. So I don't think they're going to drop out of the top 25 with this loss. Probably go into the 20s. But you still got to watch out for them. They still got a pretty good defense, and Bobby is a pretty good playmaker in general. So watch out for them. Probably the best team in the Big 12, Texas Tech, rolling along. Houston was undefeated before this game, so. Not ranked, but they were close to it, most likely. So, so this is a pretty big win for Texas Tech. So, we'll see how they do. Georgia gets a pretty easy win over Kentucky. No real competition there in that one. Another upset. I always like me some upsets. This is Cincinnati over Iowa State, number 14.
Yeah, you were raving about this one yesterday.
Yeah.
Iowa State was undefeated going into this.
They were, yeah. They've gotten some really good wins, and Cincinnati now has had some pretty good wins and are now undefeated in the Big 12 after 2 games. So Cincinnati will most likely be ranked after this week. Iowa State, this will probably take them out because Cincinnati's unranked. They'll probably put them at like 20s, the upper 20s, upper at being like 27, 28, just outside 25, possibly. We'll find out later today. Michigan gets the win over Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not much of a threat there. Illinois, after a couple weeks after that big loss to Indiana, they've won 2 in a row. So they're back nicely. So good for them.
That's good to see them get back on track. Yeah,
they got their ass beat, but they've come back and they've been really good. So good for them. Virginia, this was a great game.
What's up with them Cavaliers, man?
I don't know.
They're putting together some wins, man.
Fantastic win. This was a second OT in a row for them. Last week it was against Florida State, which they won in overtime, and then in this one they beat Louisville. So yeah, just Louisville got the field goal early in OT in the first drive, and then Virginia just could it be stopped? And
Yeah,
got
wow,
the score and
there you go.
won an OT with a walk-off touchdown.
Mhm.
So Virginia's rolling right now. They got a pretty good resume right now going. So let's see here. Clemson. I didn't watch this game, but I kept hearing about how fun it was to watch Clemson in this one. Poor North Carolina. Poor old Bill.
Bill is getting smoked. I think I saw a stat: 3 25-plus point losses in a row for him now.
Yeah,
That's bad.
I mean, but 28 points in the first quarter is pretty ridiculous. So that's
Well, when you got a young girlfriend, they keep you up late at night.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really fun game to watch. Baylor and Kansas State both kind of really needing this in order to stay in the Big 12 conversation, but Baylor pulls it out in the end.
Them Texas teams, man, you can't go to sleep on them.
This was a fun game to watch for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Navy, and I didn't watch this game, but Navy had a wide receiver that I think he had over 200 yards catching.
What? Navy did?
They're throwing the ball and
Wow.
throwing it well. Like it's nuts. So Navy undefeated, one of the group of 5 potentials right here. Believe it or not. So,
Wow.
really good. Army
Danny says moving on because he's Air Force, of course. He says moving on.
Army gets a win, so good for them.
Yes, the Black Knights. That's me.
Yeah.
Yay.
Let's see. This is a pretty interesting game just because it was close. Ball State gets the win, 20. It was just a fun game to watch. Let's see here. Going to keep. If you guys see anything, I'm definitely going to be going a little bit. Now we're past the top 25 teams. I'm just going to be skipping through.
Real quick, before we finish up that, I have to say hi to a friend of the show who just showed up with the saucy comment like he always does. His name is not Fuck Headquarters 2005. No, his name is
There are some who call me Tim.
He comes in with a hail, and he also says, Joe's Atmosphere, you should know about a young girlfriend. Does Foxy know? No, I know it from working in the clubs, man. I know what young girls do to older guys. Yeah. Go ahead.
This was a good Big Ten matchup right here. Washington and Maryland. Maryland was undefeated going into this game. So Washington, I didn't watch the end of points. I got to go back and watch that because I thought Maryland had it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But 21 points in the fourth quarter for Washington to get the win on that one. So good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
SMU, another Texas team.
Yep. They're 1-0 in ACC now. I mean, There you go. They still have a chance.
Got to watch out for the Texas teams.
James Madison, another potential. One of the few potentials for Group of 5. They're 4-1 now, so they got a chance. They're not as good as they've been in the last couple of years, but they're still winning. So let's see here. Nebraska gets a big win over Michigan State. I did watch the highlights of this one. Michigan's 4-1. Michigan State 0-2 in the Big Ten. So yeah, another
Nebraska won.
All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please, Pittsburgh. Nothing to see here, please.
This is an interesting one. 10 and 10 in the halftime, and then 0 points in their quarter. 20 points in the fourth quarter. 21 points in the fourth quarter in this game. I just thought that was interesting.
Wow.
Old Dominion 4-1. Look at them. Rolling along. It's good for them.
Old Dominion. That's
they're
crazy.
They're on my radar now. I'm going to start watching their games.
Wait. Do I see what's up with that field at Wyoming? Was it snowing?
I mentioned that last night. Yeah, John said he switched over to it.
I watched it just because I like snow games.
Yeah, I saw it right away. As soon as I saw it on, because I had the multi-view going on, and it was one of the games that was by default on. Before I moved my games around, it was there, and I was like, "Holy shit!" That's when I posted it in the chat. Yeah, we got a sleet snow game in Wyoming. So
very cool.
But UNLV, another Group of 5 team, undefeated right now. So in the Mountain West.
Do you know if Tulane played or not? Highlander.
I think they were off this week. I think they were idle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If they played, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure they were idle.
Okay.
Let's take a look here. TCU taking care of Colorado. TCU another chance to get in the Big 12. So they're 4-1 right now. So good for them.
Texas team.
Yep. Kansas gets a win over UCF. I thought UCF had this handled, but I mean, it was doing pretty good in the first half, but UCF didn't score any points in the second half. So Kansas did. So there you go. UCF losing some 0-2 in the Big 12. So unfortunately for them. Memphis, Group of 5 team, 6-0 now, over 45-7 over Tulsa. So they're probably one of the favorites to get the Group of 5 team. So I'm always watching them. So they're rolling along. Duke's coming back. You know, Duke I think started 0-2, if I'm not mistaken. Another 4-2 and 3-0 in the ACC. So watch out for some Duke.
Basketball school.
3-0 in ACC.
Go.
And then Fresno State, another potential Group of 520. They're 5-1 now.
Yeah, they've got yeah, quietly 5-1.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
wow.
So I'll keep an eye on them as well. So that we had a lot less games this week, which is a lot of teams were idle. So we're going to get into more important.
Yeah,
games.
we're starting to get the bye weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at the schedule for next week, and then I want to hear all about your knock list and what decides what in that thing. I want to hear the rules of it.
So real quick, Thursday night is when you'll get Tulane again. They're going against East Carolina, and they're
the coolest uniforms. Yes,
might be a game to watch. I don't know. We'll find out later what the Thursday game is this week, but that might be another one to watch. Have on the other screen, the smaller screen, something like that. Let's see here: South Florida and North Texas on Friday night.
Ooh, that'll be good.
That might be a really good game right there. So I will definitely be watching that while I watch John kill some. Let's see. We're on the moon in Fallout now, so we will watch him kill some crazies on there, some scientists.
Wow. I didn't know you could go to the moon in Fallout. That's pretty cool.
DLCs. He started it. The last thing he did last Friday night was start the DLC. So, Illinois has to go against Ohio State. They will be at home. So, Ohio State and Illinois. Alabama and Missouri. Here you go, John. Time for Missouri to prove themselves. Let's see if they could do it. Undefeated Missouri at home against Alabama.
That's going to be a good game.
There you go.
It's going to be good stuff.
Florida State and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh usually does okay, so this might be a decent game. Let's check it out. Cincinnati and UCF might be a decent game. UCF doesn't usually win these games, but they play pretty good. Let's see here. If you guys see anything, let me know.
No, I'm looking.
State, Ole Miss, not really. Indiana and Oregon at 3:30. Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
No, the game of the week's right below it.
Well, really? Texas?
Yeah, that's the game of the week. You watch. Texas is going to show up like world beaters. We're undefeated. I'm telling you. I've watched this game way too many times. They're going to treat it like their Super Bowl and friggin' come out ready to house us.
I get it, but does this game have the same impact that it would have if Texas was undefeated, Arch Manning was doing well, and Oklahoma still had Mateer?
Yeah.
Right now, you don't have either one of those. So
No.
I don't know if this game is as good as ever. I think the Oregon and Indiana.
The entire atmosphere and everything it's awesome. It's the look.
No,
it's the.
Great. It's gonna be great.
I think more conferences need a game like this.
McConaughey will be there on the sidelines.
I have told people for years. I really think it would be a great use of Independence Stadium right here in Shreveport for LSU and Arkansas to play for the Golden Boot every year. It's halfway between, Little Rock and friggin' Baton Rouge. I mean, more conferences need a game like this. So it's a neutral field game for two of the biggest teams in the conference. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Iowa State coming off that big loss, going to Colorado. NC State is a pretty decent team, going to Notre Dame. Nebraska going to Maryland might be a decent game. I mean, they're the lower tier games, obviously, at the 3:30 hour.
Yeah.
But it might be decent watches, especially when it's on commercial break.
Right.
Let's see. Air Force, UNLV. UNLV still trying to stay undefeated, so Air Force is going to try to stomp that. Let's see. Navy and Temple. Navy should win that, but we'll see.
Florida and A&M. Oh, my God. Pulling big for Florida. Go ahead.
Yeah, Florida at Texas A&M.
Well, I wasn't going to mention Arkansas and Tennessee because if you watched Arkansas play this year, they're going to get smoked.
I mean, they haven't been a bad team. They just haven't been a great team. So they've been a decent team. They also lost to Memphis, so group of 5 teams. So
of course, my brother would tell you to go put your money on Arkansas right now just because I said that. So.
Kansas and Texas Tech might be a decent game. Georgia and Auburn, Michigan and USC. Might be some decent games there.
That's a rivalry right there. That'll be a good one. Yeah.
South Carolina at LSU might be a decent game. BYU at Arizona might be a decent one. And then Arizona State at Utah are probably so not the craziest list of games, but some pretty good gems in there.
Gamecocks going into Death Valley this week.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what their running game looks like coming out of last week.
Well,
okay, time to unveil.
Hang on, wait, John, say something. What?
Keely Chow isn't here, so I can't. It's not going to have the same impact. But we're in Missouri. There's no Tide in Missouri, so.
I hear you. Okay, go, man. Tell us what the point system is
All right,
here.
so this is a super simplified formula. Okay, so don't try not to think about it too hard, but there's a couple caveats going on here. One, this is based on games played, so yes, some teams have more wins than others or more points than others because they played more games. Oh well, who the fuck cares? So there will be some games like this week, for example. Some teams have 6 wins or 6 games played, and some have 5 games. So it might be a little bit skewed in the points here, but we're going to deal with it. So what we have here, first off, is we have the top 25 as it is right now. We won't know what the actual top 25 is until later this afternoon. Otherwise, I'd be having that list up here right now. Now, the points here, as you can see, are not in order because it's based off the 25 as it is right now. So I will show you what that looks like here in a second. The points, 5 points given to opponent per win if they have either blown out a ranked opponent or maybe awarded to a winner in an away game against a ranked opponent.
Okay.
Say, like LSU going to Clemson or Oregon going to Penn State. They won those games.
Gotcha.
Against a ranked opponent in their home. So for the most part, that's basically what that is.
Okay.
4 points. Win at home against a ranked opponent. Or a blowout of a Power 4 team. So, you get points for beating a ranked opponent or, just destroying any Power 4 team. 3 points. Win against a Power 4 team unless the Power 4 team is just awful.
Right.
So I'm not going to give you points if you beat Northwestern. I'm not going to give you You're going to get 2 points. Okay. 2 points is generally the minimum you're going to get with the win.
Okay.
For the most part. Okay. So win against a group of 5 team or win against a terrible 4 team, Power 4 team. 1 point. I do give credit for teams that play close games and lose them. So, that Tennessee and Georgia game. Tennessee looked really good in the game, but they lost it. So I gave them a point.
Okay.
That's all it is. 0 points. I give no points for wins over FCS teams. 0.
He has no respect for FCS teams.
Nothing.
None whatsoever.
-1 points. This could go lower, but I decided not to put on the list. But blowout losses to a lower ranked team vis-a-vis Illinois and Indiana.
Right. There you go.
But it was a blowout loss, so they lost a point for that. Or unranked team loses to a terrible unranked team, or a ranked team loses to a terrible unranked power team. So if they lost to an FCS school, it would probably be like -5 points, but I decided not to put it on here because that doesn't happen very often, so whatever. So right now I'm keeping it at -1 point. So that is the basic formula of this. It's not perfect.
Okay.
It's just what I have, and that's what it is. So
It's number five in your list.
Correct. Yes, I don't think their wins haven't been that impressive.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing. They still, they're still not bad. And again, Iowa State's up 1 point because they played one more game. So
right.
Yeah. Same with
this is going to look a lot different when things even up near the end of the season.
By the end of the year, we will have an actual, this kind of thing. Now, what the next thing I did, and as you can see down here at the bottom with 4 points, is Penn State, and Texas was 6 points because their wins weren't that impressive. They were only against group of 5s for the most part, or shitty power teams. Yep. So no respect there. Same with Florida State, that kind of thing. So the actual top 25 for me, this is about a dozen more teams that I included to the list.
Right.
So in here, we'll back it up a little bit so you can see. This is all the teams that I listed on here. Right. And then in the green is my top 25, including the teams that are in the actual top 25 at the moment.
Okay.
So one of the biggest things is like South Florida, that kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. Ole Miss are there at the top. You can see down here, Penn State would be down here. You can see some of the other schools that are potentially starting to get up there. LA Tech.
Wow, LA Tech is up in there? What?
They are. They
Get out of
have,
here.
They have 4 wins. I think 2 losses. I think it is. So yeah.
Okay, so take us back to the tab before with your top 25. Now, okay, let me ask the guys watching here. Other than Knock, John and my brother Highlander, what do you think of this point system? How can he tweak it? Do you think this is a fair system?
I think it's a better system than the vote system.
Yeah. Okay. Danny, what do you think?
LSU is not number 1, so I don't like the system at all. I don't know why we're letting him Knock talk on the show anyway, so I don't know.
Oh my God! Well, I think it makes sense to me. I do like what you've got going there. I tell you, one visual I would like to see next week. I want you to put the top 25. First of all, you need another column right to the left of the names of the teams with the actual number they'd be, because as you can tell, because of the title cell, it's all going to be one number off, right?
Well,
so,
I assume people can add.
I understand that. But when you're talking visuals for people to watch, you need to have that in there. Just it'd take you 2 seconds to fix that.
I debated that. I'll just add it to the name.
Right, there you go. And here's the other thing I want to see. I want to see this one next to the AP poll next week. To see them side by side comparison.
So
fix you up.
I have them on different sheets, but you want them next to each other.
Right, side by side comparison, so we can actually see where they are in one poll, where they are on the other one, side by side. Okay, just fix you up another tab and just copy and paste. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I think that the most difficult thing about it is the fact that I'm going off the previous week's data.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what the top 25 is. Because this is my up-to-date top 25.
Right.
Whereas
with the games done,
against,
you're doing it on Saturday
that's kind
evening.
Of the most difficult point about this, but yeah.
I got you. I like the attempt. Let me tell you, because my brother and I have talked several times. These preseason polls are bullshit. They haven't played a game yet. There's no way to tell whether it's correct or not. There's no way to tell.
Contest.
Yeah, it's a popularity contest. It really is. You know?
I think, and now of course this point systems. I mean, with this point system, you could give or take a point, right, based on this system. Because now this is how I feel each game that they played, how many points they got, right?
Yep.
So anyone can do their own list and give Miami a different amount of points for their games versus Ole Miss and rank them differently.
Well, Danny's list would give LSU 10 points every week just for showing up.
Yeah, right. That's why he's not in charge of this.
I don't see why that's not fair.
I'm sure you don't, buddy. I'm sure you don't. So.
All right, Knock. This looks great, man. I want to see, but I do want to see that visual next week. I want to see the AP pool right next to what you got.
I'll just combine these two. That's fine.
Yeah. Just put it. No, I like what you got there. Just add a tab and put them next to each other so we can see it. Okay. I appreciate it, man. That looks fantastic. Miami being number 1 after what I saw last night. Let me tell you, dude.
You have the most impressive resume right now.
Look, the running back. Number 4 for them, he looks like friggin' Derrick Henry Jr. The guy is big and just running downhill and dragging people with him, dude. And that wide receiver, number 10, I don't know his name, but man, he was showing out last night. He had 2 or 3 touchdowns. That team looks solid, and they play good defense too. I understand them being number 1. That's for sure.
The main thing I like about that list, is it's a good spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I would appreciate a good spreadsheet.
You IT guys, you all love a good spreadsheet.
Well,
yeah,
I'm no expert at spread. I'm using Google Sheets right now. And I literally made this from scratch this morning. So I mean, it's just.
But you had a plan for it and everything. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's absolutely cool. All right, man. Well, thank you for that report. I appreciate it greatly. Let's move on to the NFL. The first game we got to talk about. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pull up.
By the way, just an update real quick, Joe, while you're pulling that up.
Go ahead.
Minnesota scored a touchdown, so they're up 4-10. However, the Browns
14-10 is what he meant to say.
I'm sorry, 14-10. And the Browns are it's 3rd and 1, and they just ran for nothing. But they're in the red zone, so at the very least they should get a field goal, unless they go for it on 4th and 1, which is potentially what might happen.
Right. I hear you, man.
It's like
Okay.
they're staying on the field.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, the first thing we've got to talk about today is the wonderful game from Thursday night. What a great game it was. Not one of us picked the 49ers. And, you know, I said at the beginning of the season, do not underestimate the return of Robert Saleh to the San Francisco 49ers. And boy, did their defense bail them out in the end. The Rams were going in for the winning touchdown, and that Peanut Tillman punch that has been added to the NFL. Thank you, Peanut Tillman. We love you, man. Thank you so much. Knocked it out a yard shy of the goal line. Niners run it 3 times. I mean, this was a heavyweight fight. The Rams had 3 timeouts, and it was like 60 seconds to go. Rams did what they're supposed, or excuse me, the Niners did what they were supposed to do. They punched it 3 times to make them use their timeouts, and they punted back to them. And they ended up getting down and getting in field goal range. And then in overtime, the San Francisco 49ers got it first. They went down and couldn't get in the red zone, so it was a chip shot field goal, literally. It was a bank shot. The friggin' kicker banked it off of the upright and in, and it ended up being the game winner because the Rams came down. And all I could think of was that first Super Bowl victory the Niners had with that goal line stand against Cincinnati, because on 4th and 1, and the chess match was great. It really was. They used their timeouts correctly and everything. They tried to draw them off to get it. I mean, they did everything they could to try and get that 1 yard, and San Francisco just was not going to let it happen. They stoned the guy at the line of scrimmage, and it was over. And it was a great game. Loved it. John, your thoughts on this one? What did you think of it?
I don't know how San Francisco continues to win when all their stars are in the emergency room.
Right? It's coaching, man. That team is well coached, bro. They
can't
are.
get away with this.
Yeah, they can't keep getting away with this. Right?
But no, it was a great game. It was. It's nice to see. I mean, you know. And I did start the Wright Williams this week, so
very good. Very good for you.
That fumble cost him anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, a few points, but he still had 23 points on the day, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Browns score.
The Browns scored. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So the defenses are tired, and they're starting to give it up. Okay. So is that a touchdown?
It was a touchdown to Njoku. Yeah, right up the middle.
Wow. Njoku. What a great tight end that guy is. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, did you see any of this one? Did you see the highlights or anything?
No, what I can tell you is these are 2 divisional foes, and it doesn't surprise me that goes right down the wire. Punch out, by the player. Players make plays,
Yep.
So
I'm loving it. It's happening in college too. The punch out, love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. Knock, did you see any of this?
No, unfortunately, no. I went to bed. I didn't watch much of it because I don't like watching it on Prime.
Yeah,
and then when I woke up,
it's the worst production there is.
It really is.
Absolutely.
It's so slow, and because a lot of times I'll catch up with like an hour or so of fast forward time.
Yeah,
and it's so crappy. It takes I'm just going forward 10 seconds, and it takes like a minute for it to reload.
Yeah.
After just fast forwarding 10 seconds. So I usually wait until the next morning. Unfortunately, this particular week, for the first time of this season, YouTube TV failed me, where as soon as I opened up to watch the recording, it went right into the highlights.
Oh, bummer.
And when I went to watch the actual game, it stopped it in the 4th quarter. And so I was like, well, that ruined it. So I really didn't watch too much of this because I decided to go to like the 4th quarter. I was going to watch the whole game because I knew where it was because it got spoiled.
Well, let me tell you, when it comes to the whole game, brother, as much grief as we've given this guy, you've got to take your head off to Mac Jones. That guy got beat up for 4 quarters. I mean, he was on the verge of puking, leaving the field the last drive that got him in field goal range in overtime.
I saw you eating a lot of bananas.
Yeah, he needed a lot of potassium. The guy was gassed by the end of that game. He had been beat on, and he delivered, man. He did. I mean, he got him in scoring range the whole time. McCaffrey had a good game, and he touched the ball way too much for their liking, I'm sure. because their wide receiving core's out. But there was a wide receiver, I don't know his name, but he played with Mac Jones in New England, and that was his go-to guy in that game. And they showed out, man. It was pretty impressive. It really was, because look, that Rams front line is really good. Verse got to him on almost every play, and he got rid of the ball just in time, and he got beat the hell up. It was a gutsy performance by Mac Jones. As much shit as we give him, got to give it up to him, man. He really showed out in this one. He really did.
So the lesson to take away from here is, if you're a quarterback named Jones,
yes,
and you're sucking on the team you're on,
move.
Traded. You'll do better.
I think that was Kendrick Bournes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yes, he had a
name.
He had a phenomenal game. Now, I'm not saying run out and get him on your fantasy team or anything. I don't think that's the case. But wow, he had a great game with their usual playmakers out. So yeah. It's good stuff. This was a heavyweight match that you love to see, man. It did not disappoint. It really didn't. Okay. Before we start with today's games, I have to tell you this story coming out of Indianapolis. This broke yesterday. At first, we heard he had gotten stabbed in Indianapolis, and I really, the only thing I saw in the first article was that it happened at 12:30 in the morning, and I said, well, he was probably out clubbing or drinking or something. It turns out I wasn't far off. This happened at a restaurant. Former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez arrested after stabbing incident that sent him to the hospital. He was stabbed in the chest. And what happened apparently was he was, he was arrested. He's still in the hospital. He hasn't been sent to jail. He hasn't been booked yet, but he has been arrested on battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication, all of which are misdemeanors. The police said in a statement. So basically what happened here was there was a delivery driver that showed up at the restaurant, and Sanchez took issue with where he was parked. And first thing I'm thinking to myself is, do you work there, Mark? What's going on there? But apparently he took such an issue with it that he hit the guy several times. And the guy tried pepper spray to get him off of him, and that didn't work, so he protected himself with a knife. The driver is listed as the victim in this in the police statement. John texted us when I told him about this story. He said, somebody's getting fired. I would have to say so. That the NFL, they don't like having anything like this going on anywhere near the Shield. So, I don't think his... right. Yeah.
So here's the course: public apology, rehab or something.
Yeah.
And then he'll show up at those rookie drafted rookie meeting, whatever they call them, where they give them the horror stories.
Right. Right. Like what they did with Ray Lewis back in the day. Yeah.
And then he'll work his way back up, and then in about 5-10 years he'll be back in the NFL.
Well, I hope he turns it around. I really do. Like I was saying before the show, I didn't expect anything like this out of Mark Sanchez. He hadn't, shown that he's any kind of guy like that. But I thought it was interesting what John said. He was talking about checking him for the concussion thing. What's it called? CTE. And my brother, of course, he's quick to note, you don't know these guys from Adam. You really don't.
Nope.
Tell him what you said about that, Dan.
No, it's just like any form of entertainer or politician or anything other, in the public eye. We don't know these people. We like to think we do. They put out a certain facade, and we're like, oh, they must be. We don't know these people from Adam, so
Yeah.
We judge them according to what we see on TV, which really is not fair. But we don't know these people.
If you guys haven't yet, you need to watch Chad Powers when you get a chance. It's
not
a lot of time out of your day to watch. It's less than an hour for the first 2 episodes, but. And what the booster chair lady would say, I think he's got the city. You mean CTE?
Man, no, really?
That's the line.
Oh, my God. Well, I'd probably watch it just for our guy, Glenn Powell. I dig him. I like that guy. I think he's cool.
I dug the first 2 episodes.
And I think Eli Manning has something to do with that show too, doesn't he?
Well, he's the one that created the chat.
Right. It was based on something he did with what school did he do that with?
It with Penn State. Yeah, went to Penn State and tried out there. They do open tryouts there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me get the schedule up here for this week so we can start looking at this. Of course, the game we're all watching right now is the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings in jolly old England. We're going, let's see, what do we got? 2 minutes, 6 seconds left in the third, and the Browns have taken the lead, like Knox said, 17-14. Minnesota's got the ball and working on it. So we'll be giving you updates. Knox, I'm sure, got that going in the background so he can see what's going on with it. The next game we want to talk about here, and by the way, just so you guys are clear on the picks, Highlander and Knock both picked the Browns. John and I picked the Minnesota Vikings. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Next up, we've got the Houston Texans going to the Baltimore. And I know they got off the snide last week, but they were playing the Titans, who may be the worst team in the NFL this year. So
the Ravens' defense haven't exactly been lighting up.
No, they are not. The New Orleans Saints have that locked down.
I'm sorry about that, sir. I'm sorry.
We forgot about them like everybody else did.
But I picked the Ravens this week just because even with the backup quarterback, I think that they're better offensively than the Houston Texans. Dan, who do you think, man? I know I got your picks already, but I want you to discuss it with us. Highlander, are you there? Did you leave me? He must
He's probably trying to find the mute button like a boomer.
I don't know, but he dropped out.
Wrong
he
button.
Dropped out.
That's the leave button. That's not the unmute button. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, stop it! Next up, go ahead, man.
I'm back like death in taxes.
That's it. Tell us about this game, Dave.
Oh, well, I'm taking the Ravens over the Texans. I know that Jackson's not starting, but I think they're going to lean on their defense, yes, and they're going to win a tough battle, but I think the Ravens will win.
Okay, all right. John, what do you think of this one?
Well, they have a lot of holes on defense right now with a lot of wounded. However, there's something up with C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know. He's just not playing to where he was, anywhere close to where he was last time. So I'm gonna go Ravens. I just can't take the Texans in an upset. That's not gonna happen.
Gotcha. Okay, Knock, what you think?
I'm going on that limb. I think the
Okay.
Texans can do it.
I don't know that it's a limb. Both of these teams are 1-3. They've won one football game. Both of them.
Yeah,
I don't know that it's a limb. I think it's a coin toss. Yeah.
I actually think in this case the Texans' defense is better than the Ravens' defense.
You know what? That is a fair point. It might be.
I think that the Texans can get to the backup quarterback. I don't even know who their backup quarterback is, but can he run away from a rush like Lamar can? Kind of thing, or potentially can. I don't know. So.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't fumble, they have King Henry, though. So,
As long as King Henry doesn't fumble, they have King Henry. So, yeah, sure. Let's go with that logic. As long as they play King Henry for only the first 3 quarters.
Right. Pull him in the fourth, and you'll be fine. That's it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go with the Texans. I think – I understand the Stroud hasn't been the same, but – I can't trust the leaky Ravens defense and an unknown.
And it's in the fourth quarter they collapse.
They have an actual decent defense. Like they have a top 5 defense. That's why I picked the Browns over the Vikings.
Right.
In this case, with an unknown quarterback and a iffy defense, I don't feel good.
I hear
the
you.
Ravens. Maybe they can
I
come
hear
out
you.
and ball. Who knows? But
Who knows? Look, it's a coin flip game to me. I always take the home team in that case anyway. Next up, the Miami Dolphins at the Carolina Panthers. We got a lot of bad matchups this week, guys. We really do.
yeah.
You've got the Miami Dolphins, who lost the Cheetah, maybe for good. This guy got his knee wrecked so bad that they're saying he may not play football again. So, yeah.
Running 50 yards and only running 20 yards actual yards.
Right.
So I think if the Dolphins go back to the basics, stop fucking around so damn much, run the damn ball, and do some cool. They can still do some cool stuff, but just tone it down a little bit. Play some quality football. They can. I think they can handle this pretty convincingly.
The only problem with all of that, man, is their defense is complete ass. So
true, but Panthers not that much better.
Right,
offense is not that great.
They do have a shutout under their belt this year, though.
They do.
Dan,
I think that's more on the Falcons, but yeah.
Dan, what do you think of this one?
I'm going to take the Panthers at home. Two shitty teams. You can never tell what each team is going to do week to week. So I'm just going to take the Panthers because they're at home.
Yeah, that's my thinking here as well. It's a coin flip. Both of these teams are bad. John, what do you got?
I'm going for the Dolphins.
Okay.
I think that, like you said, they've got a chance still. I mean, if they lean on that run game, I don't think the Panthers can stop the run. They've shown that they're weak on that.
Let's be honest about this. They're going to do as well as Tua Tagovailoa does. That's what's going to happen. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Okay, so next up, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders heading into Indianapolis, where I believe the Indianapolis Colts should get healthy today after their first loss of the season last week against the New York Giants. So, yeah, I'm thinking the Indianapolis Colts this week. Danny, what do you think of this one?
I like the Colts as long as Taylor stays healthy. They have good balance on the offensive side. And, Daniel Jones is not asked to carry the weight.
Indianapolis lost to the Rams. Sorry.
Oh, was it the Rams? I'm sorry. I thought it was Giants.
Giants beat the Chargers.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
So yeah, I like the Colts. I like the Colts. I think they're a solid team on both sides of the ball. And yeah, I like the Colts.
Okay, John, go ahead.
I got to go with Danny Dimes.
Yeah, Danny Dimes, man. It's amazing. He gets out of there, out of New York, and is looking good. That's pretty interesting, man. And what's funny is now they've got a guy kind of like him in Jackson Dart, and he got his first victory, his first game. Knock, tell us what you got in this one.
I'm definitely sticking with Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Raiders, Genty did get a nice breakout game last week. They are without Brock Bowers this week. That just dropped a few minutes ago.
Oh,
he's inactive for this week, so that's one less weapon there. But even with Brock Bowers, I would have still picked the Colts. They lost to Rams. They 27-7. So it's not like it was a blowout.
No, it wasn't.
Still looking good. Mm-hmm. That's a good.
And we know how good the Rams are. I mean, yeah. So
I'm digging what they're doing. They got Jonathan Taylor running on all cylinders. I like their wide receiver core. I actually didn't realize until like a week or two ago that they had Tyler Warren, a really good tight end in college. I think he was either Notre Dame or Penn State, one of those two. I think Penn State, which always turns out really good tight end.
Really good player,
so,
yeah.
That's a really good weapon to have for the for a quarterback, and then pretty good, decent wide receivers on the outside too, Pittman especially. So
the fact that they played so close to the Rams. Really, I mean, that's amazing to me. This team that has been, who would have thought this team that for at least the last half decade has been handcuffed at the quarterback position, has had a good defense, a good running game, good wide receivers, and nobody to get them the ball, now has Danny Dimes Jones leading them, and they're winning. It's just, you can't make this stuff up. It's crazy. Okay.
Every time you say that Danny Dimes Jones, I'm like that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy. Who?
Right? Okay, next up, we got Jackson Dart in only his second start ever going into New Orleans to face the winless Saints. What do we think of this one, guys? I'm going to go with Danny first because he knows his football team better than anybody else. What you got, bro?
Giants.
And that's all he's got to say. There it is. And once again, this season's basically a wash for the Saints, but I don't think it's going to reflect on their head coach at all. Because look, they're in most games. They don't usually get blown out too much. So I mean, with what they've got, I think they're doing okay, and I think we're not going to know what the Kellen Clemens hire is going to look like until 2 years from now. You know what I mean? Until he has a couple of drafts and gets his quarterback and that kind of thing. So,
Giants.
Giants. John, who you got?
I'm going with Jackson Dart and Scatterboo over Tenmu Mahomes and Kamara.
Timu Mahomes. You always call Rattler Timu Mahomes. That cracks me up. Good Lord. Okay, knock.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got a Keely Chow in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Don't look at the replay, Keely. You don't want to hear what John said about Alabama. It was awful. It was terrible. I couldn't believe it when he said it. Oh, no. Oh, whew. Okay.
Go ahead, buddy. What you got?
So I'm going to go with the Giants. It's kind of weird. Malik Neighbors went out last week, and he's gone for the season, which is a shame. But I'm curious with the way Jackson Dart played at the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he looked like a better thrower, not as good a runner, Tebow.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
So I think they're going to rely on him and Scatterbo to run the ball, that kind of offense.
Yep.
So, the wide receivers aren't as utilized in that kind of offense. So, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I love
Neighbors isn't playing again, right? He's out,
for
right?
the season. Yeah, he's out for the season.
Out for the season.
I wasn't quite sure what injury he had.
I'm pretty sure that was torn ACL.
Okay.
So.
Ugh, God. Okay. Well, I guess I'm alone on the New Orleans getting off the schneid for this game.
21% picked the Saints, so you're not alone.
Not alone, but it's only like that corresponds to this. We have 5 people in the pick 'em. My dad's in it too, and everybody picked New York except me.
I mean, for me, even if it wasn't
Orleans
for the Giants' offense, I would choose the Giants because of that front four that they have.
That front four is great. It is
against the Saints' offensive line. I mean, if they don't get 6, 7, 8 sacks in this game, I'll be shocked.
It's just every one of these matchups was too even to me. This one right here, I figured maybe this might be the trap game for the Giants. So that's what I was thinking.
A trap game for a 1-3 team.
That's it, for a 1-3 team. That's right. Well, the one win is with the quarterback they got now. So there you go. Danny probably dipped out because it's Terry time at his house. So Highlander, I love you. I'll see you at 6:00. Next up, we've got the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. Jets suck. Yeah, I couldn't talk myself into taking the Jets. There was no way I could do it. Dallas's offense is too good. I think they're going to put up a boatload of points and win this one going away. That's what I think. John, what do you think of this one?
Of course, the Dallas Cowboys are one of the only 2 teams with a tie.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Dallas. Just Jets or that residual Aaron Rodgers stink.
Yeah. I got you. What do you think, Doc?
Honestly, actually thinking about switching my vote to the Jets.
Well, that's up to you.
Give
me the team. Go ahead and talk it out and tell me what you think.
I think I'm going to do it. This is going to be my upset. This is my trap game.
Okay.
Right? So you got the Jets, who I believe are going to want to run the ball more with Breece Hall. They have a decent running back. Dallas defense is not that good. Okay? I think if the Jets defense should do what they should do and get a couple turnovers, Sauce Gardner out there, CeeDee Lamb is still not playing for the Cowboys. If Sauce Gardner can cover George Pickens, right, and then the Jets just sneak up on them, Dallas is not adverse to getting a bunch of points scored on them, as we've already noticed this season.
Oh yeah, their defense is ass, no doubt.
So I think I'm at 14% on ESPN. I've picked the Jets. I'm going to go with the upset this week. I'm going to pick the Jets. It's a long shot. I had the Cowboys picked for this week, and I think the Cowboys should win this one, but I don't know. I think the Jets can pull it off.
Okay.
By the way, Keely Chow, wow, John, he didn't even mention Missouri. He doesn't even consider you guys a threat.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well,
Wow.
He said, I'm taking on Michigan. Tennessee is next. And they play Missouri next.
Keely,
Wow.
you're coming to Missouri. There's no tide in Missouri.
That's crazy. Because the week after, unless there's a bye week, they play Tennessee. Didn't even mention Missouri. Not a threat to them. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
That's
well, there you go.
crazy.
We'll see what happens with that one this week.
Yep.
Next up, we got Knox' beloved Denver Broncos going to the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles.
I probably won't be watching football for very much today because this is a 1 p.m. game here, so it's the first game of the week. So I probably will barely be paying attention to the other games, and then I'll be so upset that I won't watch anymore.
Won't watch anything else the rest of the day.
So yeah, this will be awesome to get this out early. So I'll watch even less football today.
Get caught up on some laundry,
Yeah, right. Yeah. Actually, I do.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So what I'm hearing out of that is you're picking Philadelphia in this game.
I am in Philly. Our offense has been too many 3-and-outs. I fucking hate our offense sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it looks really, really good, and then sometimes it's just garbage. Our run game is very inconsistent. Almost non-existent at times, and then every once in a while they'll break out a 50-yard run randomly or screenplay, and it's so frustrating to watch. Last week was the first time that we actually got up by multiple scores and stayed ahead, but it was against the Bengals. I mean,
you can't really hang your head on that, can you, buddy?
It was encouraging to see that we can at least do that against that kind of team, but I don't see that happening to the Eagles. Eagles will have all kinds of trick plays that the Broncos are always susceptible to. We always get pulled on trick plays and stuff like that. And we're not going to stop the tush push. So I don't see a whole lot good here. I think we could do a decent job keeping Barkley to around 50 yards, but that's a maybe.
Yeah.
We generally do okay against the run, but yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, man, it's probably going to go to formula. Philly is going to let you guys hang around for a half. For some reason, Philly does not like to blow teams out. They just don't like to do it. Mm-hmm. They will fuck around with their playbook for the first 2 quarters, and then whatever weakness is shown in the first half, they will exploit it in the second half. Like, what was it, against the Rams? They started throwing in the fourth and just lit them up, right? Yeah, I think the same thing's going to happen here. I'm going with Philly. John, who you got?
Trap game. Actually, no, I'm not going to say trap game.
Any given Sunday, man, you never know.
It's true. It could happen, guys. But
it could happen.
And I'm obviously rooting for it to happen. But
of course you are.
No, it's. I'm going to have to go Eagles. It's just
as much as he hates to believe that. Ugh.
Until they get this tush push settled, they've only got 9 yards to go every
first down.
Every series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it gives them a distinct advantage no matter who they play.
I see. Instead of Michigan, that was supposed to be Missouri.
Oh,
he said, "Damn spell check."
Yeah, damn spell check. I was about to say. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. That was a little late on that. I don't know. Here's the question, Knock. Check real quick and see if Michigan plays the Tide this year.
They don't. No.
Okay, there you go. Well, that makes sense.
It might have been
then.
a game they played earlier, but I didn't think so.
We'll accept that then. We'll accept that.
All right.
Apology accepted, Keely Chat. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we've got the Tennessee Titans. 0-4. Worst team in the AFC right now. Heading into... I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to put my pick because I got to do laundry, so I'm going to do Arizona.
Okay. No problem. Do it. Who you got? Who did you say?
He said Arizona.
Did he say Arizona? Okay. John, tell me what you think of this one.
Well, there's always a chance Arizona could come up short, but I think
Really? Did you go there, bro? Oh my God.
now I'm going Arizona.
God. Some of these we don't even need to talk about, do we? Yeah, I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals too. Even though they don't have Connor, Tennessee can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. But I do have to say that Cam Ward is showing flashes.
Yeah, it's going to take him a year though.
I think he's going to improve whenever he gets picked off on one of those crossbody throws, though. I'm tired of him making that throw and making it look like it was planned to be that way. I mean, he does do the thing you have to do on that ball and throw it way up in the air, only where the wide receiver can get it, right?
Yeah.
So got to give him that. He can throw that ball, but you don't need to be throwing that ball. One of these days he's going to be getting run down by somebody and put too much force behind one of those, and it's going to go the other way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, anyway, Arizona for all of us on this one. The next up, the 1976 Expansion Bowl, the Bicentennial Expansion Bowl. What's up? My boys are hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really hope I get to see this game. It starts at 3:05. It would be so cool to watch them in their 70s uniforms go at it, dude. This would be awesome. I mean,
is Seattle wearing their 70s uniform too?
Yes, they are. Both of them are.
Nice.
Both of them are. Yes. Oh
I
my God.
By the logo, I just noticed the Seahawks have the original logo.
Yeah, it's. Actually, no, that's the newer one. The Sad Sack Seahawk is this. This is the Sad Sack Seahawk. His brow isn't as furrowed. Hang on. Let me highlight the difference here.
He's gone.
It would help. It would help.
We know the difference. It's gone.
Yeah. Let's do this right here. You'll notice that the eye has a lot more detail, and it's a lot bigger. Yeah, the brow is furrowed a little bit, but it's a lot bigger. On the logo here, it's a lot smaller, and it's a lot more furrowed, trying to look meaner. So that's your difference between the logos. That and the fact that it's gray on the bottom, and the bottom of this one is green. Okay? So that's how you can tell the difference between them. But I'm pretty sure I saw reports that they're going to be playing in their old uniforms. So I just hope they don't do the rivalry uniform, which is supposed to be against a division opponent, right? Isn't that the way that those new rivalry uniforms are supposed to be? I hope they wear their 70s uniforms. I really want to see that. I think it would be awesome to see my Steve Largent colors out there. You know what I mean? I think that would be cool. But anyway, as far as the game goes, this should be a great game. Defensively, I think the Seahawks have the edge on defense in this one. They are playing some great ball on defense. They're playing that bend, don't break style, which means the closer you get to the end zone, the harder it is to score. And they're getting turnovers. Of course, you got my boy Baker Mayfield on the other side. That is never going to quit. You've got to play for 4 quarters to beat that guy. So this one was a tough one for me to call, but I went ahead and went with my Seahawks this time around. Because, guys, we're like 1 point away from being undefeated. San Francisco barely got us in the opening week. So I'm going to go with my Seahawks. Knock, who you like?
Just a quick update. Minnesota, after a big play to Justin Jefferson, got into field goal range but missed it.
Wow.
Cleveland has the ball back.
Cleveland's ball with 9:41. Okay. Gotcha, man. Cool.
I haven't watched a whole lot of the Seahawks, so it's kind of hard for me to gauge them. But I am going to go with the Buccaneers on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a good reason.
Baker Mayfield's a good reason.
I've seen some of the Buccaneers to get a feel for them, but I haven't watched a lot of the Seahawks ones.
The Seahawks, I'll put it to you this way, and I'm not saying they are them. I'm saying it's the same play style. Sam Darnold just doesn't have to fuck it up. That's the thing. They're playing really good defense, and they're keeping it low-scoring games, and both of their running backs, Charbonnet and Walker, are both healthy, and they're pounding the rock like it's nobody's business. So they're doing they look a lot like the 2000 Ravens. That's their play style. They don't ask Sam Darnold to do a lot, and so that when he does throw the ball, he's got time because they're not looking for it, and yeah, it's doing well for him. It really is. John, what do you think of this one?
I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
Okay. No respect for my Seahawks.
No, it's not. I respect the Seahawks.
Hey, it took me 3 weeks to get you to respect the Seahawks last.
Hey, yeah.
You were all.
I actually got to see them play last week, and they look good, man. They do. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the Buccaneers has the one NFL player that can literally carry the entire team.
He can put the cape on. Yes, he can. Yeah,
So
you're right. Mm-hmm.
I just can't bet against Baker Mayfield. Even though he lost last week, he was so close.
Yeah, he did come close to winning that game. He surely did. And you know I love me some Baker. I really do. But I think the 12s are going to be the difference in this one. I really do. I think you're going to see a lot of false starts.
If they're there.
Yeah.
They haven't been there.
They haven't been there recently like they have been in the past, but the more wins we get, the more they're going to show up. So that's what I'm banking on. Next up, my God, is there anybody playing better football right now than the Detroit Lions? That's the team I would not want to play in the entire NFL right now. I would not want to face this team at all. It's ridiculous. And they're playing the most beat-up team in the NFL.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now that the 3% that have picked the Bengals to win this one, they're all going against the odds, and they're bettors.
Right.
Almost can guarantee it. They
or they're Bengals fans.
On the Bengals to win, or a Bengals fan, yeah.
Right.
And they put a bet down, and if the Bengals win, they'll get $1,000 off $100 or whatever. That's all. That's the only reason why there's 6%.
Yeah. Well, look, guys. I see no path to victory for the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't, unless the entire offense of the Detroit Lions gets hurt. Sonic and Knuckles are playing out of their mind. Goff is back to form. They're hanging 40 burgers on everybody all of a sudden after that god awful performance up in Green Bay. Yeah. They are just freaking lighting it up, dude. They really are. John, you got Detroit too, right? I don't have to.
Dice cam, John. Is that?
Is this a dice cam game?
This is definitely not a dice cam game. No.
Oh, I'm looking at just because I happened to look at the TV. The Broncos are in London next week.
Yes, they are. We'll be covering that here in a little bit because we got to look at those.
I just happened
games.
to see it. That's the only
reason. Yeah, man. I don't see any path to victory for the Cincinnati Bengals. It'd be nice if you could just forfeit a game, but that's not any good for the fans. There might be some Detroit fans up there in Cincinnati that got dislocated, and, they might want to see their team. You know what I'm saying?
Like the 49ers overtaking
exactly, taking over L.A. It was so funny. Every time Juszczyk caught a ball or made a play, use. That's all you heard, man. It was great. Okay, next up. Let's see what we got next.
I didn't make my pick.
Well, yes, you did. You jumped on it before I could even talk about the game. You were talking about how silly the Bengals fans were for even picking it.
I said 3%. I could have been part of that 3%. You don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I picked the Lions.
I was fixing to say. I marked you down as soon as you start talking that shit. Okay. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders. Is your starting quarterback still out? Up there.
Mine?
Yeah, you're up in that area. I'm thinking about you originally. You would know what's going on up there.
Unless I'm mistaken, I think he is back.
Is he?
How healthy he is, but I'm pretty sure I did see an article that he was back.
Okay. All right.
But I haven't
they're going across the country to face the team you don't want to play in the AFC right now.
Looks like he is,
one of the two, I would say, that you don't want to play in the AFC right now. You don't want to play the Buffalo Bills, and you don't want to play these guys. The Los Angeles Chargers, who got – who did they get beat by last week?
Giants.
The Giants jumped up and bit them. I don't think we got a trap situation going on this week. I think they bounced back to 4.
Chargers. I'm obviously rooting for Washington to win,
Mm-hmm.
but I think on paper the Chargers should win this one. So
Well,
that's all I really got.
if the Commanders get enough pressure on Herbert doesn't do well under pressure.
Yeah.
That O-line is definitely a little suspect. I say that
Yeah.
that would be their path to winning is to force not really even turnovers, just 3 and outs and punts and stuff like that. So
Yeah, just rush the passer, man. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
Okay. So we're all on the Chargers for that one. Tonight, finally going to get to see the New England Patriots for the first time this year. They're 2-2 under the new new boss, same as the old boss, right? Mm-hmm. They're playing good special teams. They're doing all the things that like a Bill Belichick team would do, and I like the direction that the New England Patriots are going. Do I think they're going to beat Buffalo tonight? No. I picked the Buffalo Bills because they're on a roll. They're 4-0. They're playing in Orchard Park, and it's just tough to beat this team at home. It just really is. I'll give it to Knock first up on this one. What do you think?
yeah, I'll admit that the Pats have done way better than I thought they would do.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought their offense was just fucking boring to watch. But they've been pretty decent. So this game could be closer than we think, but I think the Bills are just going to be too much to handle for them.
Mm-hmm.
You got James Cook back there, who's an awesome running back, carrying me in fantasy right now. And then Allen, I mean, he makes some weird plays sometimes, some bad interceptions, but they're usually when they're ahead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that does happen. I have to
they're
admit,
not
yeah.
the most, gain of interceptions, but they still happen. So just get James Cook the ball. Get that wide receiver Shazier, who's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You got those two. You got, what is it, Knox and Kincaid, the tight ends that are really good. So just just keep doing what he's doing. He hasn't had to run as much, but he can. So that's always a factor. You always got to watch out for it. So I'm going Bills.
Yeah. John, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go Patriots.
Oh, there you go. I like it.
Hater.
I like it.
Back, everybody.
The hate is real.
I
I like it.
I think Drake May is playing too good a football right now, and I think the Buffalo Bills, with their shiny new uniforms, are going to be not expecting it. It's going to jump up and bite them in the ass.
Well, here's the thing. Buffalo's defense hasn't been playing the way they usually do either. So, they have been leaning on the offense. Now, I look at that Ravens-Buffalo game, and they were going score for score. They did get the turnover they needed in the fourth quarter, but if they don't get that, they probably lose that game,
Yeah.
The opportunistic defense, yes. Solid defense down to down, no, they're not playing well. They're really not.
I would argue that a lot of that was Henry, running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the Bills' defense has done better with run defense. So I feel like the reason that game got away from him was because Henry was just running.
Yeah, he was running wild.
But
If
they're
it
not
hadn't
gonna
been
be-
for
they're
that
not gonna
punch
keep
out,
hitting.
he probably kept doing it too. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, John, I'm glad to see somebody went with the Patriots. It's not me. I'm going to be pulling for them. You know that. I am going to be pulling for the Patriots big time. I love everything they do, especially now that they got one of my favorite coaches in the entire league, Mike Vrabel, back in house.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. On Monday night, your beloved Kansas City Chiefs are heading to Jacksonville, a team that I have not seen yet, and I can't figure it out, man. Has Trevor Lawrence turned a page is he a leader? Is he getting it done, or is it Etienne that's getting it done? What's going on there in Jacksonville? I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. All I've seen is highlights. But you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing the picks that
The deep threat. They can't, and when they do that, that opens up Kelsey in the middle. So that's. I don't think the Jaguars has the defense to handle it. So, sticking with my Chiefs.
Okay. All righty. Knock, what do you think? I know you want to see Jacksonville win this game. I know that.
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for him. But quick update real quick. Cleveland forces a 3-and-out. Got a sack on third down, excuse me. Vikings punt back. Cleveland has the ball with 3:24 to go. Vikings are using their timeouts to get the ball back. It's second down and 10. So
it's still 14-17?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So far it's been 2 runs that gain no yards. And so it looks like unless something happens on third down, Vikings are going to get the ball back with about 3 minutes to go with no timeouts. Yeah, I mean, I definitely pick the Chiefs because it's just you can't trust what's his face
Trevor Lawrence. See, this is why we screw up his name all the time. He has 2 first names. That's the problem. See, that's why we call him Fabio.
If his middle name is a first name, then he's a serial killer. But
yeah,
anyway,
right.
So, I mean, I think that what you haven't seen, Joe, is Trevor Lawrence and what's his name, Cohen. I think it's the head coach's name, yelling at each other all the time.
No, you haven't.
So,
no.
Well, no, you have. That's what I'm saying. You haven't seen it, Joe, because you haven't watched the game.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's been happening. So, even though they've been winning, there's been some friction there, and of course they're going to downplay it, like players and coaches always do. But you see it on the field.
Actually,
trying to call in and
gotcha.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I got excited for a second.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Knock.
I think the Jaguar. Now I picked the Chiefs, but I think the Jaguars' defense is opportunistic. They do get turnovers, so I think they'll definitely need that. I think their defense is above average, but I just don't think it'll be. I think all that combined, unless you get turnovers, you're not. The Chiefs are just too good to win or to lose against against that kind of team. You have to play mistake-free, which is not Lawrence's forte.
No, it is not. I'm just looking at the highlights right there. You saw him try and pull a ball down and couldn't and let it go by accident. He is – the thing – my knock on him is he has turnovers when you shouldn't have turnovers. He finds a way to give the other team the ball. It's really weird. And I'm not necessarily talking about – it's ball handling with him. It's not really, throwing the interception. How many times have we seen him running, not get touched, and fumble the football? I mean, it's very strange, Lawrence. I don't know if it's because he's so big and the ball's so small. I don't know. But because he is – God, he's like 6'7", isn't he? He's a huge dude. But, yeah, I it's hard pressed for me, like John said, to trust this guy. It really is.
Now, Etienne has been playing. One of the reasons they're 3-1 is because of Etienne. He hasn't played like he has been these last couple of years. He's been underperforming, I would say, the last couple of years. So this year is what we've come to. We wanted, that they expected him to do since he came, kind of thing. So, if he continues to do that, then I think they have a chance. But it's going to be about the mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all got KC on that one.
Trevor Lawrence, the serial killer.
Trevor Lawrence, the serial
killer. Oh, he found out his middle name.
No, his middle name is Trevor.
Okay.
His first name is William.
William Trevor Lawrence. So he is a serial killer, after all.
Man.
Wow, great. You heard it here first, folks. Trevor Lawrence. Fabio is a serial killer. Yeah. Okay, so let's head over here to the games. Let's head to the schedule, and we've got stuff next week to talk about. Week 6. And we're not picking these games. We've got to see this week's results. But first off, on Thursday night, this game looks very interesting to me now, especially if the Giants reel off a second win in a row. That game looks really interesting to me. Go ahead, Knock. You were about to say something?
No, just a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning, same score. Who has the ball?
Vikings do.
Vikings do have the ball, so they have.
Yeah, they got it back.
So you're saying we got a chance?
They got no timeouts, but there's 2 minutes warning. I think it's like second and short.
All right. If he starts, if Knox starts cursing all of a sudden, you know that the Vikings scored. Okay, guys, that's a quick indicator. Philadelphia going to New York for the first time this year. The first matchup of these two teams, division rivals. I think they play twice in 3 weeks, if I remember the schedule correctly. I think they both play somebody else the next week, and then they're back in Philly 2 weeks from now, I think. But anyway, first matchup. It's going to be interesting to see, especially if New York reels off a second win with Jackson Dart.
You are correct about that.
Yeah. Wow. It should be interesting. Philly, we'll see how they do today. I'm pulling for the Broncos because I have no love for the Philadelphia Eagles. None whatsoever. I don't like that football team. It comes from my old Dallas Cowboy roots as a child. I do not like that team at all. I can actually respect the Giants because they beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. That's the only reason why I respect them. But, it should be interesting to see what happens with that one. You guys' thoughts on this one initially? No picks, but just what do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks, just looking on paper that it's the Eagles game, but
Trap game.
Division game.
It's division game. Anything can happen in division.
That's it.
Divisional trap game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Okay, next up.
By the way, kind of weird. I was looking at the Phillies schedule, just like with the Giants, how they have a game between.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, they got Washington, Buffalo, Washington.
Whoa!
That's
Whoa!
a strange one. I just noticed that. I thought it was worth mentioning.
Washington needs to stay close, don't they? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
That could be deciding 3 weeks right there.
Could be. Could be taking on holiday. All right. Next up. Before we come on the air next time, this game will already be underway. It'll be the Broncos facing the New York Jets in London again, I believe. Yeah. Same time, same place they're playing today. Yeah, Broncos, Jets. I really want to see the Broncos win today. That would be really nice. It's going to be rough for them to do it, but man, if they could find a way to beat the champs today, that would be just awesome. In their own house, I'd love every second of it. I really would. But I'm going to assume that they're going in here 2-3. They're going to want to beat the shit out of the Jets. The Jets just look. That team is cursed as far as I'm concerned. They've got a new head coach. He once again is not going to have all the players he wants until he gets things implemented. I think he's a good coach. I mean, look at what he did for the Lions defense, as decimated as it was last year. They made it to the divisional round. They hosted the divisional game, even though they had none of their players. And how great is it to see their pass rusher? I can't remember his name, but he is balling out this year for the Detroit Lions. But he
Hutchinson?
did. Yeah, Hutchinson. Love that guy. But they didn't have him all last year. And we heard all the stories week to week. They were getting guys off the practice squad to play in the secondary. I mean, they just didn't have any bodies left by the time they lost to Washington in the divisional round. But they hosted that game in the divisional round. So I think he's a good head coach. I just don't think he's going to be able to put it together. I think he's kind of like Kellen Clemens, but I don't think he's going to get the consideration Kellen Clemens is going to get down in New Orleans. I think
Kellen
they
Moore.
expect... Or Kellen Moore. I'm sorry I'm messing that up.
I know his name because he was a Boise State Broncos.
Right. There you go. He was a Bronco. And you always remember the Broncos, don't you? But you understand what I'm saying. I don't think the head coach of the Jets is going to get that kind of consideration. What do you guys think of this one, first blush? Knock. What do you think?
I don't know. It's another one of those games where the Broncos, I think should win kind of handily, but we just let teams stick around for the most part. and it usually comes to bite us back in the ass.
So do you think Sean Payton is being too conservative with the play calling? Is that what's going on, or?
Not necessarily. I just think for whatever reason, like the big plays, Bo Nix is just not hitting them.
Okay.
Because we've had some plays like where he just, I don't know, the big plays just haven't been there as much.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I don't think we have all the pieces that Sean Payton needs.
Right.
Like Evan Ingram has been, now he's been coming back from injury, so hopefully that turns around. But he's not who we got or who we wanted when we got him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was supposed to be like the last piece of the puzzle to get this offense going at all cylinders. So, and it could still get there. Who knows?
Yeah.
But right now, it's not quite there yet. So it just feels like there's way too many 3-and-outs. It reminds me of the Tim Tebow days in that regard. Like,
I got you.
So many 3-and-outs. The run game non-existent, three and longs all the time, and it's just you can't sustain wins that way.
And the shame of it is you have a good enough defense to. If they got a blow every once in a while, they could really shut a team down. You know, it's a shame.
At times they do really good, and then at times they do just, I don't know, the defense just doesn't do much. We don't blitz a whole lot. I think
shouldn't have to with that monster you got in the middle. Good Lord.
Yeah. So, and Benito's been doing really good too. So at times we can get pressure, but sometimes I don't know, the coverage isn't good enough. Sometimes in order to do it. So.
Right. Okay, John. What do you think of this one first look at?
I think Denver's so much better than New York.
Yeah, they are.
On paper, on the field,
Mm-hmm.
it's just this is honestly the Broncos to lose.
Right. Yeah, that's what it should be. Hey, you know what's funny about this game? The best player on the field is probably the wide receiver for the Jets. Garrett Wilson is a freak. That guy makes plays that are just amazing, and it's a shame he has never had anybody to get him the ball. It's pretty bad. That guy's being wasted. You watch, if he ever goes to another team, which they probably will never let him out of there. They probably pay him up-teen amounts of money, but that kid's really talented. He really is, and he's not a head case. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's a good kid. I hate it for him playing in New York. The Jets are just cursed, man. They're like the Red Sox were with the curse of the Bambino up until the turn of the century. You know what I mean? They just can't get it done. All right, boys and girls, that is it for this week on the NFL side of things. Any thoughts going into today before we get out of here?
Yeah, I think this is kind of a slow week for the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of
the first two of the games are awful.
Yeah, God almighty. Just let me throw it back up here so we can see the overview. There's only a few games. Look, the best game of the week has probably already been played. The one friggin' Thursday night. You know what I mean? I say that, and we could have, an offensive explosion in this one by both teams because both their defenses suck. I really the matchups are bad this week. They just are. I mean, that's got to be the worst one right there for your team to play this week. I mean, the only way it could get worse is if you had to go to Buffalo. You know what I mean? Or something like that. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think this could be a great game. And not just because it's my Seahawks, but because we've seen Baker Mayfield bring his team back from behind 3 out of the 4 weeks so far this year. Right? He's had a game-winning drive. All 3 of their wins were game-winning drives by Baker Mayfield putting the cape on. So that one could be fun. This, just because it's a division game, that one could be fun tonight. But I think the rest of these pretty much are a foregone conclusion. You know what I mean? Connie Cleary says, agreed. It may be the lamest game, lamest week of the year this year. And let's face it.
Vikings.
Touchdown Vikings?
Yep.
Oh boy! Touchdown Vikings. Let's pop in here real quick. Yep, there it is. 20-17. Are they going for 2 or are they going for 1?
Why would they go for 2?
These coaches are friggin' crazy these days, man. I don't subscribe to anything they do.
Joe, not even in analytics world is there any reason for them to go for 2. No, look at the score.
Say that now. I'm going to remember you said that.
Joe,
I'm telling you.
Okay,
There's 4-point difference.
I know that.
There'd be a 4-point difference for the 5. There's literally no reason to go for 2.
And I'm telling you that they will come up with some way to rationalize them going for 2 points.
There's no
I'm
reason.
telling you.
They went
telling
for 1, as they should.
Anyway.
You're getting a little crazy with the analytics hate case.
Dude, I hate analytics. You know I do. I think it's stupid as shit.
Cleveland has 35 seconds to do something.
Timeouts, I believe.
Yep. Every time a team's down by 14 points and they score a touchdown and go for 2 so they know what they have to do next time, makes no sense to me. It's just dumb as shit. I've never understood it, and you will never make me
I don't agree with
believe.
it, but I understand it.
I don't understand it one bit. I think it's stupid. I think you put your team in a position to win.
Like I said, I don't agree with it. I'm saying there is a reason that they do it, and that's so that when they score the touchdown, they're up by a point. That's the only reason. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying that's the rationale.
Yeah, I hear you.
But then if you don't get it, you're down by 8, but you still have a chance because it's still 1 score.
All I know
That's the
is
rationale.
every king of analytics we've seen in the league ends up getting fired eventually.
Hey,
So-
well, then you're talking about your boy Vrabel, too, because he's now become a part of it.
Oh, please, no. Don't tell me that.
He did.
You're
He did it
breaking
last
my
week.
heart.
He went for the 4th down on his own 30. They got it, but it was like 4th and 5, and he went for it. So, yeah, he's part of it, too. He is embracing analytics, so.
No!
Yep.
Say it ain't so!
Yep.
All right, boys and girls. How much time we got left in that one? 25 seconds?
Oh, they have no
Yep.
time. What did they do with all that? They wasted all their timeouts and didn't even stop them from scoring? No, that's such a Browns thing to do.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
They had 3 timeouts before the Vikings started going, and they used them all.
Well, I did start their defense, so I'm glad their defense did well today.
Well, there you go. All right, this one should be final here pretty quick. Look, guys, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank everybody in the chat for being here. And Knock, you let us know whenever I'm wrapping things up here, whether or not they do their whatever the final is. Let us know here in a second, okay? You guys know you're watching Pregame Party. We do this every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. You guys come back for week 6 tailgate next week. We'll be here with the Knock List, which is the our poll that we're doing for college teams. Right now, Miami is number 1, if I remember correctly. Knock, is that correct? That's correct. Not Ohio State, Miami. The Miami Hurricanes, which my wife is going to love you for that, buddy. That's her college team, too. So, yeah. You guys come check it out. The Knock List versus the AP poll and everything you need to know about the NFL without the point spread information. Knock tries to lean in there and give it to us, but no, it's not that big a thing over here. So come back and check out the Knock List next week at 10 a.m. Central Time. Of course, you know, next time you're going to see me is this evening when Highlander comes back and we hack the Matrix. What's that?
Game over.
It's over?
Yep, they tried one last Hail Mary. They got it to midfield, spiked the ball, had one more chance, and it got picked off in the end zone.
Okay, so that's going to be your final 21-17. Vikings over the Browns. Once again, Knock and John go out on that limb, and it breaks under the pressure. So I'm sorry to see that, guys. Sorry about that.
Like you called a timeout.
What?
Something happened. I caught the end of it. It looks like the game is not over yet.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, he called a timeout.
Oh, my God. So let me continue with what I was doing. 6 p.m. tonight, the brothers will hack the Matrix. You guys come check out everything that is the Clown Show, that is 2025 through today's headlines. Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's time for Military Monday. Pope, myself, and Gary, being military vets, talk with Martin and Anima about a military movie. And believe it or not, the military movie this week, because it's Kaiju season over there on Pop Culture Minefields channel, we're going to do Kong Skull Island. So you guys come check it out. We're going to talk about it on a military perspective tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then, of course, at 4 p.m. Central Time, it's time for It's Only Talk and Roll. on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And this week, I believe he's going to be playing some Baldur's Gate around 3:30. He usually starts early the days he does this. So 3:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then, of course, at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And you know what we're doing? It's part 3 of Mass Effect, or as we like to call it, Ass Effect. We got an ass meter and a death meter on that show. So, you guys come check it out as I continue my playthrough of Mass Effect 3 this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And then Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, it's time for another Wednesday afternoon matinee over on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. Come check it out. It's me, Gary, and Anima, and Martin talk about a movie. Plus, we have other guests that show up. Mephisto shows up every once in a while. Deleted Scenes. So you guys come by and check us out over on Pop Culture Mindfield's channels. We cover another great movie on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for this crew to get back together for State of the Atmosphere. And this week, it is Kaiju season on our channel as well. We're going to be talking monster movies next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And don't forget, we're going to have the pop culture update and check in on Sydney Sweeney. All of that and more on State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then, of course, Friday, it's time for Sketching the Privateer, where I work on my comic book every Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Time. So you guys come check out the progress on the comic book. And then at 8 p.m. Central Time, you want to go check out Pop Culture Minefield again for Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands on Gaming Night with John, where Knock and Martin sit on pins and needles to figure out whether or not they're going to finish with Fallout or GTA every week. So you did good. You made it the whole show this time around, didn't you? I think you did. Didn't you stay in Fallout the whole show, John?
He did. There was only, I think, 2 crashes this go around.
Uh-huh. You muted yourself, man. Try it now.
Yeah, there was only a couple crashes, so I think I've finally got it dialed in.
We actually
Okay.
made some progress.
Good deal. Good deal. I like it. Apparently, we're going to the moon. Is that what's going on here?
We're
We're on the moon, yeah.
Oh, wow. Very cool. All right. You guys go check it out at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. And then that brings us right back around to this show on Sunday. So, did we get a final over here? Let's refresh real quick and see.
Yeah, the Browns tried to do a underneath pass to get like 20, 30 yards, and they caught it, but the defender caught the wide receiver before he could get out of bounds with 2 seconds left, and that ran the rest.
That's
of
the death knell.
So
You got to get out of bounds,
tried.
man.
Close, so.
Yep. Okay. Well, there you go, boys and girls. That is it for this week. I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Let's check the chat one more time before we get it. Connie Cleary says, no surprise. There you go. Connie, I love the fact that you love football, man. It's very cool. I love it when you show up over here. We need more female representation in our chat. Thank you very much. I try to get Foxy to come on the show, but she's in church, so she didn't want to get up early for church like I do. But anyway, you guys take it easy. I want to thank everybody for being here. And definitely go by and check out joesatmosphere.com for all the stuff there. You know, give you a link to my Subscribe Star and my comic book. So you guys take it easy. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.